This is Pastor Rosemary, and welcome to Pastor Rosemary's Final Prophecy Watch. And our video is the human soul real? We want to take a look at this. The human soul is a very, very important subject, and a lot of people banter back and forth about whether it's real or not and what happens to the soul, reincarnation, all of that. But alchemy has some very specific teachings about the soul, and indeed the science of alchemy is about things in the physical world, but it's also about the soul and how the soul becomes immortal, like gold. Now, so we're going to kind of just talk about alchemy, and we're going to talk about some specific alchemy products, like monoatomic elements and ORMUS. So while studying the ancient art and science of alchemy, we came across evidence that alchemy products affect consciousness. When exploring the possibility that individual sentient consciousness survives death of the physical body, we read studies that concluded that it, being the soul, that it, being what some religions do call, quote unquote, the soul, do indeed continue on enabling reincarnation into other forms of bodies, structures, or constructs. So they're saying that the soul does continue, and that does enable reincarnation into transform into other forms, other states of being, other bodies, other structures, or other constructs. Now, these are two of the studies that we think that we're going to give to you now, which we think are very important in our quest to understand alchemy and how alchemy affects consciousness and the soul. The first area that my husband and I studied was ORMUS, O-R-M-U-S, or O-R-M-E-S, ORMUS or ORMES M-State, ORMES M-State Alchemy Products. These orbitally rearranged monoatomic elements affect human consciousness, causing a better conduction of information inside the microtubules of brain cells, according to ORMUS theory. ORMUS was discovered by an affluent farmer from Arizona named David Radius Hudson in the 1970s. Now, the word, that's the quote, the term rediscovery, that is the term used by some people about Mr. Hudson's experiments, because many people feel that various ancient scriptures from Egypt, China, and what is now modern-day Israel possess information about priests or pre-scientists making ORMUS in pre-biblical and biblical eras. The second study we encountered in 2012 was one done by physicist Sir Roger Penrose from Britain and Dr. Stuart Hameroff from America. It's Dr. Stuart Hameroff, and he's from America. In this study, the two scientists, Sir Roger Penrose, the physicist, Sir Roger Penrose, the physicist from Britain, and Dr. Stuart Hameroff from America, these two scientists explained what animates humans and what survives death of the physical body, being the existence of a measurable individual soul, spirit, or consciousness. They stated that there are structures called microtubules residing inside the cells of the brain, which are where quantum information is processed and where what some refer to as the soul resides. There are what quantum scientists call, again, quote unquote, entanglements. It is these entanglements that develop from life experiences or many lives, which are basically quantum constructs. These entanglements are what escape the physical body at death, and how consciousnness both survives outside the body and travels into new bodies or structures. The third study we came across was the quote 21 grams experiment, unquote, conducted in 1901 In this study performed by Dr. Duncan McDougall and published by him in 1907, the human soul was measured upon death and found to weigh 21.3 grams. In this experiment, Dr. McDougall weighed humans at death and post-mortem. From these trials, he concluded that humans lost about 3/4 of an ounce, 21.3 grams, while dogs subjected to the same experimental conditions lost no weight at all upon death. Therefore, he concluded that the soul weighs 21.3 grams, and Dr. McDougall concluded that humans have souls while dogs do not. Now, was Dr. Duncan McDougall weighing quantum entanglements? Is that what the soul seems to be? And do humans have entanglements where dogs do not? These are the questions that arise from reading these experiments, which are extremely interesting and very intriguing about how ORMUS products help this process and make the conductivity so much more beneficial. And personally, I've had physical and spiritual and emotional healing from ORMUS products. And I have to say that is one of the most beautiful and wondrous and spectacular things I have ever experienced in my life is making and consuming ORMUS products. And I would like to say that I do recommend that if your doctor says it's okay for you, I would recommend it. Now, some people would say to not recommend it, but I have had only good experiences. So I'm highly a fan of Dr. Hudson's work and studied his work intensely. Also, my husband and I studied with Don Nance, the proprietor of Ocean Alchemy, and my husband and I are proprietors of Blood of the Pelican Alchemy Products. That's Blood of the Pelican Alchemy Products. So thank you, and please join us again.